First and foremost, let me say that for those who require medical detox or may be struggling with dual diagnosis or some other medically treated problem, treatment centers are and have been truly a gift. Not to mention the opportunity to turn the world off, lay low, and engage in self-reflection amongst professionals and those who suffer as you have can have great value. With that said, treatment centers, by definition, seek to rehabilitate. The word rehabilitate means restoring to a previous condition. The solution for a real addict is not generally found in any past condition of their lives. It is usually that condition which led them to begin using in the first place. The addict requires fundamental internal change, a genuinely new design for living to find true freedom. Many treatment centers are beholden to evidence-based modalities like cognitive behavioral therapy, for example, needing to provide insurance companies empirical evidence, that is, numbers which can be tracked. This often requires a sort of outside-in approach, changing one's exterior circumstances and choices in an effort to help them feel better internally. In the short term, this can help to relieve the behavior that drives the addiction, but stands little chance of creating the kind of change necessary to keep the addict from seeking out the substance again once suffering returns, which we know eventually it will. Whereas generating core spiritual change, shifting their entire lens for how they see the world, stands a far better chance of not being circumstantially vulnerable in the long term. Now, while many treatment centers advocate or even utilize the 12-step model, very few elicit a strong understanding of the model. They'll tell the person that they need a sponsor without giving them much information about what makes a good sponsor or what things to look for in choosing one. They'll tell you that working the 12 steps are important, but the 12-step design, which was created to be worked with a rather rapid cadence, they will keep the person from going past step 3, even though within that model, it isn't until step 4 that any change occurs. So what you can often have after 28 days in such an environment is a person with some cursory self-insight, a hazy grasp of the 12 steps, and an assortment of tactics and strategies for avoiding relapse by changing people, places, and things. This can very well leave the addict with an enhanced, puffed-up version of confidence and self-will, which has provided them a month or so of sobriety and the possibility of being plugged into the win column for the facility, but unfortunately, maybe not a whole lot more than that.